It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Hey everybody, welcome to the Spotter Sings vlog. Today we're going to take a real-time look at Pharrell Williams' pop hit Happy and how this song uses what geese like me like to call the super mode. Okay, long story short, the super mode is just when a musician uses notes from both major and minor at the same time, making a kind of super tonality that transcends the older definitions and distinctions of what a mode should be. So yeah, in order to figure out what it is we're looking for here, let's start with the major notes, which a lot of people, they name them by their numbers, so you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, easy enough to start, right? But on top of that, you have to throw in the minor notes, not represented yet. And those are the, 1, 2, and then flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7 scale degrees. So yeah, 7 major notes, major note numbers, plus the 3 flatted number notes for minor. And that's a 10-note tonality you got right there, super mode. Oh, but if that wasn't enough, Pharrell tosses in a flat 5 also towards the end of the song, just for fun. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just focus on these 10 first. Alright, the song starts out with that F7 chord, or 1/7, otherwise known as a blues chord. Oh, and by the way, the term super mode can usually be used interchangeably with the blues tonality. At least in my humble opinion, it can. I mean, there are different connotations to the terms, but basically they're the same thing. Probably the best reason to have an extra word like the super mode at all is to distinguish what you're talking about from either the blues genre or the blues scale, the blues rock scale, which is a scale that only refers to 6 notes, and not all these 10 notes. Okay, but if you look up here on the board, you can see that I colored all the blues scale number notes in red, so you can see how they fit into whatever it is we're talking about. So that'll help, hopefully. Now the melody. It's made up of mostly these blues scale notes in the key of F, F blues scale. Nothing's clashing with that. So then though, where we get our first taste of the super mode flavor is when the keyboard's more majorish part comes in. So yeah, what you got going on here is, in a nutshell, is a minorish melody over majorish chord triads. Everybody's favorite, 1, 4, 5. Alright, and next, the main place you're going to hear this kind of tug-of-war between the major and the minor is in the clashes of the 2 3rd scale degree notes and the 2 7th scale degree notes over here, underlined. The disagreement for the 3s come in when we hear, our F chord, which has a regular 3, but then the chord riff right after it uses the minor 3, on the second beat, So you hear this clash, it's like, so yeah, 2 different 3s, clashy. Okay, the next big disagreement comes when our 5 chord, major 5 that is, C, comes along, because a 5 chord uses a major 7, scale note, and that clashes with the flat 7 we've been hearing in the melody all this time, and also the flat 7, the 5, in the 1/7 itself, So you got that. The 2 7s kind of boinking around with each other like they're in a nuclear reactor or something. Clash the 7s, okay, super. Also should mention that the C chord is the only triad that uses 2 notes, not in the blues scale. And that's worth a point, little star right there. So 2 and 7 in the C. All the rest of these chords only have blues scale notes, and plus they're 1 extra thing that makes them special. Okay, though, but what about this B flat chord, though, that just got skipped over here, and all its orange E6-ness? Why isn't that underlined? Well, I'll tell you. It skipped over because it isn't quite as controversial to the ear, to your tonal expectations, like the clashing 3s and clashing 7s are. Why? Because the blues scale that Pharrell is singing doesn't include either the 6th or the flat 6th scale degree, and that's why. So you notice how neither one is colored red, so yeah, neither is in the pentatonic blues scale. And anyways, he only really sings the 6th scale degree a couple of times throughout the whole song anyway. Like at the end of verse 1, when he's like, with the air, just passes real quick. And then the breakdown, your love. So yeah, just a couple times throughout the song, sprinkles it in. And as far as the flat 6 goes, the purple one, I mean, he never sings that, so there's not going to be any clashing from his end with that. Another non-clashing note in the melody besides the 6 that I love is the 2. It's like you got tonality. Here's your 2. Right there, Again, it's not in the red color blues scale. So our ears recognize it as being special when he sings it, like he's selecting it, all special like. Off of the candy stand, like, hello, I want you, like, I'm singing pentatonic notes on the blues scale, but like, ooh, now he'll select that 2, like it's licorice, and then, but mostly he's just, going boop, 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 boop. From the blues scale. Incidentally, he selects that second scale degree 14 times throughout the song that I counted. So he likes the candy, but it's not like he's getting a tummy ache. And yeah, I did count it 14 times. I have a music theory vlog. What did you expect? Okay. Now let's preview what we're going to try to spot in the chorus. Remember how he never sings his flat 6 scale degree note? Well, it gets its spotlight here, starting at the chorus as the root in the D flat chord. It's just like, because I'm happy. And that's slick. I love how that sounds. Next up is the minor 5. Try the C minor. Happy. Like that. And it's like right here though, like the super mode alarm is going off. It's like 5 alarm, because it's like, didn't we just play this major 5 and now we're like to minor 5? So, again, we got that clashy 7th scale degree happening, super mode, big time, awesome. Okay, there's another verse chorus, and then we're at the bridge, or breakdown as I like to call it for this song. Now this section is the most minor of all the sections, since it's chords which be found, all of them, in the natural minor mode, not the major. The choir's part is also all in minor, every bit. So, but then, are we still rocking the super mode here? Yep, actually we are, because the singing's got some of that major flavor for our ears, and our minds, and our hearts. And remember how we had the major chords in the beginning under a minor melody kind of thing going on? I'm not saying that should mean that the melody will be major here, but what it does is it just kind of, these minor chords, minor diatonic chords, leave us more room for the melody to play around with more major scale tones, like in your and high, your love is too high. He kind of bends up to that 3 right there after doing this. So, 3, 6, major notes, not in the blues scale. Okay, but before we do the sync, let's have a word about rhythm and form. The beat here is bumping the regular pop accents on the 2 and 4, which would mean that we're rocking, if we're thinking it that way, kind of a let's do the twist 160 BPMs, That said, you can certainly also dance to it or feel it or count it in a halftime of that, 80 BPMs, so like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, something like that. So yeah, BPMs, they're kind of subjective in this case, in 2 different ways. Just don't get in a fight over it with anybody, that's all I'm saying. And the form isn't too controversial, just your 1 bar intro, real quick thing. And then we got verse, chorus, bridge, all 16 bars. After that is a double chorus at 32. A little return to your breakdown here for half a breakdown if we're thinking 16 to 8. And then another double chorus, so nothing controversial. Probably the coolest thing to say about the form is that the song ends right on the 4th beat, not on the 1st beat like most songs do. So just kind of slick, like 1, 2, 3, 4, he's out. Pretty slick. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can point out all these super mode notes in real time while we listen to Pharrell Williams' Happy. And I got this one. It's off of Girl. I mean, it also says it's off the Despicable Me 2 soundtrack or something. But whatever. If you got, one that says 352, we should sync up all right. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, sync. Here comes that intro, and we're into it. 1, 4, 4, 5, 4, 1. There's that clash between these 2 guys there. Balloon is that first 2, the 2 candy. With the air. Oh, I missed it. It's right there. Did you hear that? Flat 6, 5. An extra 5, and then 1. And it's cool here because it's minor diatonic, major diatonic. And before we were all major. Clap along if That's my favorite part. I always got to sing that. Cause I'm 5-6, minor 5, extra 1. Here comes verse 2. No, this and that. Yeah. Oh, did you listen to those girls? It's got to put in a little extra yeah spice for the second verse. Yeah. Want ya. Is that 2? Listen to this. No offense. Bends that 3 at the end of that verse. Because I'm... One. Boom, boom. Oh, I love that. I love that kind of extra word he invents there. Clap along. Gif, you feel. Gif? What's that word? I don't know. That's kind of like it. 5-6. Here comes the breakdown. And we're just starting off in kind of a minor jam. No real chords here, just the pentatonic scale, the blues scale. Ha! There's that bend again. And now we start getting a little more tonality from the choir. Happy. Ha! Hear those chords. Back into the chorus. Yeah. Okay, we can stop there. I don't really have anything more to say, you know, just that we got that and that and that. And what we're going to miss by stopping here is the clap along here where it's a flat 5 that happens at 3-8. But you can fast forward to that part if you want to, just to hear what I'm talking about there. Okay, well, that's it. Thanks, y'all, and I hope you enjoyed this Tonal Trend Spotter Syncs Songwriters lesson, Happy in the Super Mode. I also hope that you will now be able to spot and appreciate the Super Mode when you hear it, and even use this versatile tonality in making your own music. Until next time, make sure to like us and follow us on all the websites if you like, and yeah, have a good one. In the candy store, oh look all this candy, gonna eat it up and keep my lollipop, keep my Twix and keep my almond joy, and it's a fun size Twizzler.